Welcome. This is the second page of notes about percentages. And in this video, we're going to still consider percents as representing part of a whole. And the example we're going to run with is about population, the population of Multnomah County, and information from the 2010 census. So in 2010, the census told us that 735,334 people lived in Multnomah County. So that 700,000 number will be our 100%. The first prompt asks, what's 1%? Like, how many people is that? So if 100% is 735,334, then 1% is 1/100th of that. So we just need to divide 735,000 by 100, and we'll get 7,353.34. Can't really have a fraction of a person, but that's fine. That's what 1% of the population is, 7,353. If, at the time, 10.9% of the people in Multnomah County identified themselves as Hispanic on the census, then how many people was that in total? Well, if 1% is 7,353.34 people, then 10.9% of the total is 10.9 times 735.3. 7,353.34, which we can just grab from my calculator. 7,353.34. 8,151.4. And so 10.9% of the population means 80,154. That's how many people wrote on their census that they were Hispanic in 2010. Now the next question says, 40% of those people who were living in Multnomah County who identified themselves as Hispanic also identified as white. And it asks how many people is that? So now when it says 40.3%, it's not talking of out of the 735,000. It's talking about out of the 80,151. This becomes the new 100% for this problem. So let's just follow the same route. So if 100% is 80,151, then 1% of the people who identify themselves as Hispanic is 801.51. Right, just moving the decimal place over twice. So that means 40.3% is 801.51 times 40.3. Let's remember that. 801.5 times 40.3. 32,300. 32,300. Which goes to 30. So notice what happened here. The group that we are considering our whole changed from the context of the problem. It said 40.3% of those who are living in Multnomah County and who are Hispanic. So it's a smaller group of people. It's not everybody in Multnomah County. All right. And then the next question tells us to go back and compare this 32,000 number to the total number of people living in Multnomah County. So this is going to say, like, the equivalent question is, what fraction of the whole of the whole 735,334 people in Multnomah County identified as Hispanic and white. It's an equivalent question. So you just form that fraction. It's 32,300 divided by 735,334. We'll go to our calculator. 32 3 zeros divided by 735,334. And we go 4 decimal places, 0439, 0439, 0439, which is 4.39%. And so notice that 4.39% is smaller than 10.9% and smaller than 40.3%. It's actually equal to, I would change that, 40.3% of 10.9%. So our next remark here is that why people use percents is because they're kind of easy numbers to think about. Numbers between 0 and 100 are so commonplace, in part because of the language of percents, that it's easy to grasp them. Like the geometric picture comes out pretty strongly. But when you want to use the percents in an equation, you often want to use a proportion. So here we have, as an example, the statement, the proportion of people living in the Multnomah County with a bachelor's degree is 0.375. That's the same thing as saying 37.5% of people living in Multnomah County have a bachelor's degree. And so rather than being like, what is 1% of the number of people in Multnomah County, and then multiplying by 37.5 because you have 37.5%, you can use the proportion directly to find the total number of people in Multnomah County who have a bachelor's degree. And let's do that right now. The total number of people in Multnomah County, and we'll just, who have a bachelor's degree is, and you take the total, which is 735,334, and you just multiply it by the proportion. Bring out our calculator. 735,334 times 0 or 0.375. 275,750. It's a nice number. 275,750. And notice that you could have done the previous examples with this method instead of dividing by 100 and then multiplying by the amount of percentage points. And you should go back and do the previous problems with this different understanding. Both are fine, but it's good to know both. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.